Up next, the man who can fart in 7 languages. Holy shit, Mark Mitchell, Mark!
So I know what the clap is now. You know, I really think I've lowered it down to 2 suspects. It might be Sarah, this beautiful girl I met at the touch tank of the aquarium. Or it might be this drinking fountain at the bowling alley. You know, and Sarah's not returning my calls, so I'm starting to suspect that drinking fountain of foul play, if you know what I'm saying. Speaking of which, have you been watching the Discovery Channel? Have you been watching the Discovery Channel? Anyone? You've been watching, thank you. Okay, they have these amazing shows about the mind, right? The mind. Let's stop and think about this. Okay, the mind is just, it's working all the time. I mean, you look at me and you assume I'm a boy because I look like a boy, right? You filter this stuff. You're not even thinking about it. You're like, oh, it must be a boy. He looks like a boy. That must be a brick wall, even though it's not. This is a couch, even though it is. And all this stuff is filtering through. And this really dawned on me last night when I was in a circle jerk. You know, I go over to my friend's house for the normal, you know, we get together, we cook dinner, we watch Sex in the City. I mean, you were there, right? We were doing it, and one thing leads to another, as it always does. You know, it's just, we started watching porn, and, you know, I start touching myself, he starts touching himself, this guy over here is touching himself, you're touching yourself. You know, and it's okay, so it's growing, not just me, you're growing, he's growing, well, you know, we're growing, and, you know, I'm stroking him, I'm thinking, wow, this is nice, this is fun, and I look at my friend, and the mind, right? I'm thinking, oh my God, this feels good. I look at you instantly, I know you're feeling good, you're smiling, you know, you're enjoying it too, don't worry about it, you know, it is what it is. So we're having fun, you know, I look over at my other friend, he's kind of stone-faced, but he's like that when he's doing his thing, you know, and so I'm stroking, and then I start thinking, oh my God, wait, maybe he thinks no, because, okay, you're smart, we get it, but he's thinking I'm gay, and now I'm start freaking out, so now I'm jerking even faster than I was doing before, and now I look at my other friend, he's like, oh great, this guy's getting off at watching me whack off, and he's whacking off, and, oh gosh, that was the longest cleanup after a get-together I've ever had. Speaking of which, I've been watching my 4-year-old niece lately. Okay, calm down. I know it's late night, but, you know, she's the cutest little spitfire I've ever seen, you know, she's got the blonde hair, she's a little short, she's 4 years old, she wears these dresses, oh my God, does she wear these dresses? You know, and it's just, she is so good. But she says, you know, from watching my niece, I've really learned so much of, not only about myself, but just parenting in general. You know, I'm learning that, you know, kids, you know, girls, just, no matter the age, they are just teases. I know, right? Got you over here. You know, they're just, the other thing is, you really got to watch what you say around kids, right? Have you noticed this? They just suck up things like a sham wow. They're just so absorbent. So you really got to be careful. The other day, my niece comes up to me. She's just crying and she's bawling, and this is the first time I've ever experienced this. So I'm like, what? I asked the obvious question. Who got to you first? Can you blame me? She's 4. Those dresses. You know, and so she goes, no, it's not that. I went to pet the cat, and the cat growled at me. I said, okay, can we cut this lady off over here? She's a little loud over here. So she's crying, and she says, the cat growled at me. I said, but the cat growled at you. The cat loves everyone. Why is she growling at you? And she goes, I don't know. I just want to be its best friend. And she stops and she's thinking, she goes, maybe it's because I'm too pretty. What the fuck, too pretty? Like the cat's over here slitting its wrist because you're so damn hot. You know, and that's when I noticed that RuPaul's Drag Race was on. Have you been watching this, sir? You TiVo too? It's a great show. You know, these men, they dress up and they're just so beautiful and they lip sing and the magic and it's just, okay, you're getting the wrong idea. I'm a man's man. Okay, not a man's man, but you know, a man. I like sport. You know, okay. Let me just set you all straight. If I didn't know any better, I probably knew you, ma'am. So, you know, I'm reminded of something my dad has told me almost every day growing up. Every day, he would sit me down and he would say, son, I'm not gay, but my boyfriend is. That shit is so true. You know, Brandon is just leaving his clothes all over the place. He's just, you know, he's always chipping nails and he's always complaining and he's like, why do I have to be a bottom? I look at him, I go, because you're gay. And my knees hurt, and if you listen to me, you would know that. So, to really wrap up what I'm trying to say is, I'm single now, so if you need business cards, people, let me know. You know, I'm really enjoying the single life. I've noticed that it's just so much easier. You know, you can just leave dishes in the sink, leave the seat up, you can shit in the shower. You know, and never again do you have to call up a past lover and be like, roses are red, violets are blue. I have the clap now, and so do you. Thanks.
I think he's Catholic.